A woman secretly attracted to you always shows these 7 signs. Stoicism, modern stoic. Love isn't about finding the perfect person, but seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Kas Zerenia Sam Keen. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism. In human connections, many subtle signs go unnoticed, but can reveal attraction. Today, we'll look at 7 key signs that suggest a woman may be secretly drawn to you. These signs are rooted in the psychological research and can transform how you understand social interactions. By learning to recognize these cues, you can navigate relationships with greater awareness and connect more deeply with others. Attraction isn't just about words. It's often shown through body language and behavior. Understanding these signs helps you see beyond the surface and decode hidden emotions. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Only 15% of viewers are subscribed, so if this content helped, I'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Number 1. The lingering glance. When it comes to understanding the subtle signs of attraction, one of the most telling indicators that a woman is secretly drawn to you is the lingering glance. This isn't simply a fleeting look that passes in an instant. It's a gaze that stays just a little longer than usual, often accompanied by an intensity or warmth that you can almost feel. The lingering glance can be a deeply revealing action, one that communicates much more than words ever could. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in human interaction. It allows individuals to establish a connection, express emotions, and communicate in ways that verbal language often falls short of. When a woman looks at you and holds eye contact for an extended period, it typically signals that she is interested in you, not just on a surface level, but on a deeper, more personal level. Her gaze isn't just incidental. It's a clear sign of her desire to understand you better, to connect with you beyond the superficial exchanges that might take place in a casual encounter. The psychological impact of eye contact has been widely studied, with psychologists consistently finding that prolonged eye contact can foster a sense of intimacy and connection. It can make 2 people feel closer, even if they haven't spoken a word to each other yet. In many cases, this silent exchange can speak louder than any conversation ever could. Furthermore, the lingering glance is often her way of expressing her interest without resorting to the awkwardness that can sometimes accompany verbal expressions of attraction. In situations where outright declarations might feel uncomfortable or even too direct, a woman might use eye contact to communicate her feelings in a more subtle yet equally powerful manner. It is her way of letting you know that she's drawn to you and that she's silently inviting you to acknowledge her interest. This allows her to gauge your reaction and see if you reciprocate her feelings without needing to make an overt move. It's a non-verbal way of opening the door to a potential connection, giving both parties the chance to explore the attraction without the pressure of verbalizing it too soon. In fact, such a glance can be one of the most effective ways for a woman to test the waters, to see if you're aware of the connection and if you're willing to engage with her on a deeper level. In addition to the psychological and social elements of the lingering glance, there are also physiological factors at play. Our bodies naturally respond to attraction in a variety of ways, and one of the most common and telling signs is the dilation of the pupils. When we are attracted to someone, our pupils dilate involuntarily as part of the body's natural response to stimuli. This is often paired with a tendency to focus more intently on the object of our affection. If a woman's pupils dilate as she looks at you, it's an unconscious indicator that she's interested in you and that her body is responding to the attraction she feels. This physiological reaction is part of the innate process through which our bodies communicate our desires, even when we might not realize it. A lingering glance is often a manifestation of this process, a visual cue that her body is telling you what her words may not yet express. Additionally, a lingering glance is rarely isolated. It is often accompanied by other non-verbal signals that further underscore her interest. A subtle smile, a raised eyebrow, or even a slight tilt of the head can all be part of the package. These additional cues enhance the meaning of the gaze and provide even more context for what she is trying to communicate. For example, a slight smile paired with a lingering look can suggest a sense of warmth or friendliness, while a raised eyebrow might signal curiosity or playful interest. These small but significant gestures help to reinforce the message that the lingering glance alone conveys. When you notice these combined signals, it becomes easier to interpret the underlying message of attraction. It's as though she's speaking a silent language, one that you can understand if you pay attention to the details. In conclusion, the lingering glance is not just a simple look, it is a complex and multifaceted sign of attraction. It combines psychological, physiological, and social elements to form a powerful indicator of secret interest. By understanding the deeper meanings behind this behavior, you can gain insight into a woman's feelings and recognize the silent connections she may be trying to establish with you. As the ancient philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, understanding the true value of attraction often lies in recognizing the subtler cues that are easy to miss if you're not paying close attention. So the next time you find yourself caught in a woman's gaze, take a moment to notice if it lingers. Number 2. The subtle touch. In the complex realm of human interaction, a woman's subtle touch can be one of the clearest indicators of attraction, often conveying more than words ever could. When a woman is secretly drawn to you, her physical gestures might seem fleeting, perhaps a brief touch of the arm, a light tap on your shoulder, or a quick brush of her hand against yours. These seemingly small actions carry deep significance, offering insights into her feelings and intentions. The key to understanding these gestures lies in recognizing their intent. They are not random or accidental. Instead, they serve as deliberate expressions of her interest, subtly signaling that she feels a connection to you. In our daily lives, touch is a cornerstone of human interaction. It's a powerful non-verbal cue that communicates warmth, affection, and comfort. Studies in social psychology have shown that physical touch plays a vital role in fostering trust and building emotional closeness, far beyond the limits of verbal communication. When a woman reaches out in these seemingly insignificant ways, she's engaging in a powerful act of bonding. It's in these moments that she is expressing trust and comfort, both essential ingredients in any form of attraction. In fact, the science of touch reveals that these gestures trigger the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone, which fosters feelings of trust and connection. The psychological impact of touch is profound, as it reduces stress and helps solidify the bond between two people. From a Stoic standpoint, this awareness of physical connection aligns with the core tenets of Stoicism itself, the mindfulness of emotions, both your own and those of others. Stoicism encourages a high level of emotional awareness, which means understanding how touch in these contexts reflects a deeper, non-verbal exchange. When a woman touches you subtly, she's signaling that she's comfortable and at ease with you, something that doesn't happen unless there is an underlying attraction. The simple act of touch thus becomes more than just a gesture. It's a shared experience that brings a moment of closeness and intimacy that words can't capture. It is in these subtle exchanges that genuine bonds are often forged. A soft touch, whether it's a reassuring pat or a playful nudge, is a significant cue that can be easily overlooked. Yet, when you recognize it, you gain the ability to interpret the feelings behind it and respond with the same level of respect and understanding, ensuring that you are attuned to her emotions. In today's world, where words can sometimes fail us or misunderstandings run rampant, a gentle touch transcends language barriers. It offers a direct, emotional connection that speaks volumes. Recognizing this gesture not only helps in understanding attraction, but it also fosters a deeper sense of awareness, allowing you to navigate your social and romantic relationships with more insight and empathy. By acknowledging the power of the subtle touch, you are better equipped to respond to these cues thoughtfully, leading to a more meaningful and emotionally connected exchange. Ultimately, the subtle touch is a profound and delicate sign of attraction, showing that, at a deeper level, she values your presence and feels a connection that words cannot always describe. Number 3. The unspoken compliments. In the realm of attraction, The unspoken compliments that pass between you and a woman who secretly harbors feelings for you are not just passing gestures, they are intricate and powerful signals of admiration. These compliments are often veiled in subtlety, the tone of her voice when she speaks to you, the choice of words she uses, or the way she regards your actions or qualities. They're not loud or direct, but they carry a weight of meaning that is unmistakable to those who know how to recognize them. Research confirms that such forms of positive reinforcement and understated acknowledgement are potent tools that can elevate feelings of admiration and attraction, working in tandem to foster a deeper connection. A woman's secret attraction is often communicated through the way she makes you feel, seen, valued, and heard, without ever uttering a word of direct affection. These unspoken gestures, whether a fleeting smile, a quick approving nod, or a small but thoughtful act, reveal a deeper emotional landscape. For the modern Stoic, recognizing these signs is an exercise in empathy and awareness, key elements of the Stoic philosophy that guides us to observe the world with clarity and without distortion. The power of these silent signals lies not only in their subtlety, but also in their ability to deepen emotional intimacy. Stoicism teaches us to be attuned to our surroundings, to observe with patience, and to understand the deeper currents of human behavior. Likewise, being receptive to these unspoken compliments is a gateway to building mutual respect and trust. It's about reading the space between words and actions, understanding that sometimes the most meaningful things are the ones not said aloud. In today's fast-paced world, where words can often be rushed and emotions hidden behind digital screens, taking the time to notice the nuanced ways in which someone expresses their admiration is not only a skill, but a powerful tool. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This same principle applies to how we interpret the world around us, especially in matters of attraction. So pay attention to those subtle signs, the smile that lingers, the look of approval, the gestures of kindness, and you will unlock a deeper connection that is founded on emotional intelligence and mutual respect. Recognizing these quiet compliments not only allows you to understand her feelings better, but also builds a bond that is grounded in empathy and understanding. By mastering this art, you not only become more attuned to her unspoken desires, but also cultivate a relationship where both of you can thrive emotionally and intellectually. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Number 4. The engaging conversations. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, one of the most powerful indicators of her interest is the depth and quality of the conversations she seeks with you. These conversations aren't just about the usual small talk or superficial exchanges. Instead, they delve into more meaningful, thoughtful topics that reveal her true personality and emotions. A woman who is interested in you will want to connect on a deeper level, exploring not only her own interests and experiences, but also learning about yours. She will ask questions that invite you to share your thoughts, your beliefs, and your aspirations. This is where the essence of connection is truly born, through conversations that move beyond the surface, offering both of you an opportunity to learn and grow together. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Engaging in these deeper exchanges, where both parties are fully present and attentive, allows for growth and wisdom, much like the Stoic ideals of understanding and reflection. These types of conversations require a willingness to actively listen, to absorb what the other person is saying, and to contribute meaningfully in return. A woman who is genuinely interested will engage in a way that shows she values your thoughts and perspectives, offering her own insights in return. One of the key things to watch for is her enthusiasm. Pay attention to how she responds when you speak. Does she seem excited to hear more about your thoughts and experiences? Does she ask follow-up questions or bring up topics that encourage you to share even more? This kind of emotional investment reflects a desire not just to communicate, but to truly understand and bond with you. These are the types of conversations that reveal a deeper connection, as they demonstrate both her curiosity and her emotional engagement. This doesn't just mean she's passively listening. She's actively participating in the exchange, showing that she values you as more than just a conversational partner, but as someone she wants to connect with on a profound level. From a Stoic viewpoint, these conversations align with the virtues of wisdom and understanding. In Stoicism, learning is an ongoing process, and each meaningful exchange offers an opportunity for growth and mutual development. When she shares her personal experiences or reveals her thoughts on meaningful topics, it's not just idle chatter, it's an invitation to join her in a journey of deeper connection. It shows that she's not afraid to be vulnerable and share pieces of her soul, hoping for the same openness in return. Furthermore, pay attention to the way she listens. Active listening is a huge indicator of her emotional investment. If she's truly engaged, she won't just be hearing your words, she'll be processing them, reflecting on them, and responding thoughtfully. As the famous psychologist Carl Rogers once said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." This willingness to engage in deep, reflective conversations speaks to her genuine interest in knowing you and herself better. These types of interactions foster a space where both people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. In real life, relationships that thrive are often the ones where both individuals feel heard and understood. It's not about making small talk to pass the time, but about creating a meaningful exchange that adds value to both lives. If you find yourself in such conversations, know that it's a sign of something real, something that has the potential to evolve into a deeper connection. In relationships, the greatest moments of closeness often stem from these very conversations. It's where two people share their vulnerabilities, their dreams, and their fears. It's where true connection flourishes, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet moments of genuine interaction. Don't be afraid to lean into these conversations, to share your thoughts openly and listen with intent. After all, as Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely put it, the greatest gift you can give another is the purity of your attention. If you've ever had a conversation where you felt truly seen and understood, you know just how powerful it can be. It's an invitation to dive deeper into a relationship, to explore what lies beyond the surface, and to build something meaningful. So, what do you think? Have you experienced a moment where a conversation made you feel more connected to someone? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's discuss how engaging conversations have shaped your relationships and what signs you've noticed when someone is truly invested in getting to know you. Number 5. The subtle gestures. Subtle gestures, often the quietest forms of communication, can carry far more weight than words or grandiose actions, especially when it comes to understanding the nuanced feelings of someone who may secretly be attracted to you. These are the small, seemingly insignificant actions, remembering the tiniest details about your life, offering assistance when you least expect it, or simply doing something thoughtful without any hidden agenda, that often convey the most profound emotional depth. While they might seem like mere courtesies at first glance, if you pay attention, these behaviours reveal a much deeper level of care and genuine interest. A woman who is attracted to you might not shout her feelings from the rooftops, but she will quietly express them through her consistent actions, like picking up on your preferences, offering help during tough moments, or even checking in on you when you're having a rough day. These acts are subtle but powerful, painting a clear picture of affection, attentiveness, and emotional investment. In our fast-paced modern world, it can be all too easy to overlook these subtle cues, especially when we're caught up in the chaos of daily life. We may be so consumed with our own routines and responsibilities that we fail to notice how someone is trying to connect with us in the most meaningful ways. Yet, these small gestures are often the most genuine and lasting indicators of real attraction. They reflect a deep emotional awareness and a desire to foster a connection that transcends mere surface-level interactions. At the heart of these subtle gestures is the philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us to be mindful, observant, and appreciative of the small, often unnoticed aspects of life. Stoicism encourages us to understand that every action carries meaning, and that meaningful connections don't always need to be loud or dramatic to be significant. When you begin to adopt this mindset, you start noticing these small but significant signs of affection. A woman who remembers the way you like your coffee, the hobbies that make you smile, or the things you care about most is showing that she pays attention, not just to your words, but to your essence, your needs, and your personality. These actions are not random, nor are they obligatory. They are thoughtful gestures born out of genuine affection. The ability to spot these signs requires a heightened sense of awareness, being attuned to the subtle ways people express care and interest. In our often distracted world, where we're constantly bombarded with noise and information, recognizing these subtle signals can be challenging. Yet, when you train yourself to notice, you'll realize that these small gestures often say more than any grandiose statement ever could. Stoicism reminds us that true connection isn't always loud and obvious. It's often quiet and understated, unfolding in the smallest of gestures. By learning to appreciate these seemingly insignificant actions, we not only learn to understand the feelings of others more deeply, but we also become more attuned to the kind of care and affection that genuinely nurtures a relationship. It's about embracing the quiet moments, the time she listens when you talk about something important to you, the way she picks up on your moods and responds accordingly, or how she goes out of her way to make your day a little brighter, all without asking for anything in return. These actions aren't just about being polite. They are evidence of a deeper, more meaningful connection. The more we recognize and appreciate these subtle gestures, the more we can build mutual respect, trust, and care in relationships. Rather than waiting for bold, overt expressions of affection, we should learn to see the beauty in the quiet, steady signs that emerge over time. So, next time she recalls a small detail about you, lends a helping hand, or does something thoughtful without being asked, take a moment to truly appreciate these gestures. Recognizing them is not only an acknowledgement of her attraction, but also a reflection of your own ability to foster a deeper connection. These small acts may be subtle, but in the grand scheme of things, they often speak louder than any words could ever do, creating a foundation for a meaningful and lasting bond. Well, that's all for today's video on the 7 signs a woman may secretly be attracted to you. I hope you found the information useful and insightful. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, share this video with anyone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out and allows us to keep bringing more content like this your way. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic, whether you agree with the signs mentioned, have your own experiences to share, or even if you have a different perspective. Feel free to drop a comment below. Let's get a conversation going. I'm all about learning and growing together, so your feedback is always welcomed and appreciated. If you have any questions, or if you want to discuss anything more in depth, don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, the world of attraction can be tricky to navigate, but with a little understanding, you can make sense of the signs and navigate these situations with confidence. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay true to yourself, keep your head high, and embrace the Stoic mindset. See you soon!